Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're like me and sick of deer and rabbits munching on your favorite plants, while our intense summer heat turns others crispy, today's haul is going to make your day. We have received a fresh batch of new low maintenance, deer resistant, rabbit resistant, and super drought tolerant plants. They have just arrived. They are perfect for handling hot summers with minimal effort. Today I will show you all of my recent plant arrivals. We'll discuss why these are perfect for Texas gardens and those of you who have hot summer climates that tend to be dry. I will also include my exact tips to cut those shipping costs. So if deer, rabbit, drought, or delivery fees frustrate you, this video is for you. Let's dive in. Okay, you all, so this is only a bit of what we've just received. So, for example, I'm going to start here with this Nepeta. This is a proven winners variety. This is actually, I already grow some of their Nepeta. This one is Cat's Pajamas. Now, this one will remain lower in size, only reaching about 12 inches in height. The reason why I wanted to try this is because this year the goal is to put plants in an island bed, and I'll show you the island bed. And so I thought that this Nepeta catmint would be great for the area. I water once a week, and so plants that go in this garden have to be tough. Mr. Rabbit, or I should say Mrs. Rabbit, regularly lives in my yard, so plants need to be rabbit resistant. I also have deer pressure. But this, look at these gorgeous little bluish purple flowers. The reason why I wanted to try Cat's Pajamas is because it is lower growing. And from everything that I can see thus far, it tends to be more floriferous. Don't have to worry about the rabbits or deer attacking it. It is low water use. I know it can deal with the heat because I grew Nepeta when I garden in the desert where temperatures hit, 110, 115 degrees Fahrenheit. So this is a tough little plant. I only have 4 in the cart, but I actually received 10 of these. And in a minute, I'll go over how all of what you see here, all 10 of these, I have this baby Gem Boxwood. This is a 2-gallon. I received 3 of these. So these are going to go in the front yard. They're not going in the island. So the 3 of these that I have are the only ones that are not going in the island. But these were received recently, free shipping, this size, and 3 of them. All 10 of the Nepeta. So the Cat's Pajamas is proven winners. Nepeta. One thing I want to say is it does attract cats. I have them in my front yard. The other variety, the cat's Meow. And on the security camera, I see them come through at night and they go straight to the plant. Now, my research says that Walker's Low has something in it that the cats aren't attracted to in the same way. But definitely I expect the cats to visit this one. Now, also heat tolerant, drought tolerant is the Southern Living Plant Collections. This is Chef's Choice Rosemary. This is not a new to me plant. We grow it in the front yard. It will become about 2 feet in height, 2 feet in width. It is for zones 8 through 10. So you want to make sure, I'm in zone 8B, you want to make sure you put it in the right spot, somewhat protected spot, because if temperatures dip a little below your zone, this plant can get hammered, and I've seen it do that. Now it does come back, but it can get hammered, and I'll pop in an image of what happened to ours here during the freeze back in January. But I received 4 of these, and these are also for the island bed. This feather Falls Carex, oh my gosh, I love this plant. This is supposed to handle a little more sun. I've only dared to have it receive a little bit of morning sun. I grow these in my mat of trees. The island bed has 3 crepe myrtles, and as they grow, Hopefully they'll be able to shade it from the hottest part of the day. I'm going to put it there anyway. I think I'm going to divide one in my front yard. I should be able to make 2 plants off of that smaller plant. And I'm going to put it in the island bed because you want to have all of these different textures. I have boxwood over there, not this one, but I'm experimenting with a better boxwood. But so not only does this create a variance in textures, but these are all evergreen. So it's going to create or put evergreen interest in that island bed. I also received these pincushion flowers. These were $9.98. It is known as scabiosa. They will become, according to the tag, about 18 to 24 inches in height, 18 inches in width. They're drought tolerant. They're hardy all the way down to -40. So whatever cold our climate can throw at it, it'll be unfazed, and it can deal with the heat. So I'm excited to see this one in that island bed with the Muskogee crepe myrtles. And just look at how pretty these flowers look next to the feather Falls Carex. And then the foliage difference. So I also received this Proven Winners. This is a Pugster Blue Buddleia. Look at the gorgeous leaves on this one. And grayish green leaves, and it's so soft. It actually feels like suede. This actually stayed evergreen for us for the past 2 years. So performs really nicely. The dark blue blooms that you receive until frost look really nice next to other colored other flowers, so pinks and things like that. And then these are also Proven Winners, Pugster Amethyst. I grow these in the front yard. These are not evergreen. And if you know, the difference in the foliage between it and the Pugster Blue does not have that silvery green. Like I said, this one is evergreen for us. These are not. But these will become about somewhere around just under 3 feet in height and width. And that is for the island as well. And we purchased 2 of these, 1 of those. And then this is the wild card. It is an Invincible Spirit 2 Hydrangea. It's going to stay on the smaller side, relatively speaking. I have a broken cane here. Typically, I don't grow these, but I have a spot where it's going to get filtered sun, and it's in a low part for drainage. So it's going to get extra water. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if it's happy there. Okay, so these are all of the plants I received from Home Depot. Now, here's the thing. They carry Southern Living plant collection plants. They cover Proven Winners. So I go into the search bar and I type in Proven Winners. And all of the plants that they have that are Proven Winners plants, they pop up in the search. And I select the ones I want. I do the same for Southern Living plant collections. All of the Southern Living plant collection plants pop up in the search. I select the ones I want. And I buy it online with Home Depot and they ship it for free. Saves me so much in shipping costs. So that's what I do now. I look to see if Home Depot has the plant that I want. And if they do, and to be perfectly honest, they will ship 2-gallon sizes free of charge. Try buying a 1-gallon online at some of the sites that ship these plants and see what happens with the shipping charges. I did that and I was like, why did this, you have a budget and then you go to check out and then it's like a third more and it's all shipping fees. So what I always do first is I check Home Depot to see if they have the plant that I want in stock. Quite often I will get a larger plant shipped to me for free. And oh, by the way, the price on these coming from Home Depot for the same size, if you buy direct, it's the same price essentially, but no shipping fee. So that's my tip for you, a way to save money. Now, granted, I still buy plants, direct because not everything is at at the big box stores, but the ones that I can find other places and get free shipping, that's precisely what I'm going to continue to do. Okay, that's it, you all. Please let me know in the comments if you plan on growing any of these gorgeous plants. So the Pugster, blue, the amethyst, boxwood, rosemary, nepeta, feather falls carex. I actually have a couple of denim and lace Russian sage on my back patio. If you watch my previous videos, you know how well they perform here in Central Texas. They're smaller than the species, but they perform fabulously. So I have a couple of those on my porch that are part of this haul as well that I didn't show. And 4 caradonna salvia that didn't arrive in time for this unboxing, but they are going into the island as well. So I will be hopefully laying out all of these plants in the island, showing you guys where I'm going to put it, and hopefully showing you something that's going to look quite beautiful when it's all done. Well, thank you for watching this video. I hope you have a great day in your garden. Bye.